Okay, perfect. So I just want to walk you through a little bit about Elementor and your WordPress backend. I know you might know a lot of this, so I just want to make sure I cross all the T's, dot the I's, maybe show you something you may or may not know. I'm going to also do the update while I'm in here of your numbers, so we're killing two birds with one stone. So let's find the page. Since I saw you deleted a few, that's great. The less, the better. We're going to the redesign homepage. You can tell it's been made with Elementor because you see that behind it. So yeah, let's click into the page. We always want to make sure we're editing with the Elementor. If you're just editing it as a regular page, Elementor's not going to work. I'm going to go through that in a little bit when I talk about some of the posts. But anyway, here we are. So you can see you have your elements on this side and your page in the middle. You can go through various screen sizes to make sure everything's looking good. I want to talk a little bit about the sections, the columns, and the elements themselves. So when you see these tabs coming up, and you can click on the numbers here, and it pops up that side, this is you editing a full section. Also, if you right click, you can do different things like duplicate the section. And then you could delete the section. So if you wanted to kind of like already have something pre-done, I find that very useful. Also take note that when you're editing a section, it's going to do everything in this blue box here. So you have a layout, you have a style, you have an advanced column that gives you margins and padding. One thing to note on the margins and padding, if you have this little thing linked, they're going to change all together. So when you update one, they're all going to update. So if you don't want it to be like that, you have to unlink it, and then you can make them all different. That was something that trips me up a lot. You can see you have a lot of options down here. There's some with this EA in front of it. That's like a separate additional like add-on plugin for some of these elements. So if you see that one might not be available, it's not because you don't have the paid version of Elementor, you do. It's just like an additional add-on that gives you extras, which is cool. Sometimes you need those. So that's just a little bit. So you have the section, and then if you see this little gray box, these are your columns, and that's going to let you edit the column itself, just one individual column. Again, you have your layout, your style for that, and your advanced section. And then when you click on the little purple pen here, that's your actual element that you've put in there. Like this is an image. Here we have another image actually, some text. And then each of these elements are also edited individually. So you have your content for them, your style, and your advanced. So sometimes it's just going through making sure you're editing the right section that you're intending to edit, whether it be the full section, the column itself, or the element itself. So that's something to watch out for. So let's go down here and do the numbers real quick. So this one is, I believe you said 361 now. So you just update that right there. I think you said you know how to do this. You were just having a problem with saving. I think that's probably because you were trying to save the draft, but this is already a published page. It's not linked on your live site, but it is a live page. So in order to see this reflected, you would actually have to click publish because it's no longer a draft anymore. And then for this number, you see you have the number prefix. I know we were talking a little bit about that before. Great job. This is amazing. You got to 90,000. So update that number right there. And then again, this has different settings where you can do the animation, you can change the title, you have your styles, you have your advanced. So you might already know some of those things, but I just wanted to point them out and let you know that each section, each column, each element has its own different content style and advanced sections that you can edit. I'm going to stop for the sake of time on this video. I don't want you to feel too overwhelmed. The next thing I want to go over is actually the top news and how we bring it in those different elements there. So I'm going to hit publish to save your new numbers, and we'll just double take a look at that there to see that they're working. Yep, those are the new ones. Perfect.